Today's episode of Variant is brought to you by The Ben Heck Show.
Today on Variant, I cast the Justice League movie. How do you like them ball sacks? Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than Barry White's music is responsible for half the world's population. I'm your host, Arris Quinones. Since I can even remember in comic book fandom, a Justice League movie has been one of the highest desired properties to be made into a blockbuster movie. And now that we should be getting one within the next couple of years because one's in the works, I decided to beat Hollywood to the punch and cast the members myself. So, hold on to your weenies, boys. Here comes some trouble. Let's start with the big boy in blue, Superman. As Superman, I would stay with Henry Cavill, as he's already playing Superman in the upcoming Man of Steel movie coming out this summer. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie, but from the trailers and pictures alone, he looks like he's going to be a fantastic Superman. He's got Superman's look down pat. I mean, he pretty much looks like he was ripped right out of DC Comics' New 52. Not to mention, when seeing him in the trailer take off from the ground going straight into space, the little kid in me came out. I was like, that's Superman. He really does exist. Plus, the Man of Steel is rumored to be tied into the Justice League movie anyway, and I'm all for it. The tone and feel of the Man of Steel would work perfectly for a Justice League movie, as long as they aren't afraid to give us some of those fantastical, unrealistic elements from the comics. So, pretty much the look and feel of Watchmen, very dark and gritty, but still vibrant and fantastical at the same time. That, in my opinion, would be perfect. For Green Lantern, I'm going to say Bradley Cooper. He has that confident cockiness and wit about him that Hal Jordan / Green Lantern needs to have. Anyone who reads the Green Lantern comics knows exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, just take Bradley Cooper's character Face from A-Team, and that would pretty much be perfect. He's very much that cocky, funny guy, yet serious when needed to be. So, if you applied a lot of that to Green Lantern's character, I think we'd have a perfect Hal Jordan / Green Lantern. Now, some of you guys may be like, well, Ryan Reynolds in the right hands and with the right script could do good, so he could just reprise his role as Green Lantern. And I would agree, because Ryan Reynolds has that perfect, witty demeanor about him as well. It was just the script and the writing that made the Green Lantern movie suck, not him. And you guys would be right, but I'm just so tainted by the movie, I say let's move on and not roll over any bad memories. For the role of the Flash, I'm gonna pick Chris Pine. Not only do I think he could act the balls out of that role, but he also looks a lot like Barry Allen from the comics and the cartoons. He also isn't new to blockbuster films, as he's the star of J.J. Abrams' Star Trek films, playing the role of James T. Kirk, which he did great in. He's also in Unstoppable, and he did a really good job playing a serious character in Carriers. Plus, seeing him and Bradley Cooper interact with each other as Green Lantern and Flash would make for some awesome moments. For the role of Aquaman, I'm going to go with someone who was rumored to play Batman, but I think would make a much better Aquaman, and that would be none other than Armie Hammer. Not only was he awesome as the twins in Social Network, but he looks awesome as Lone Ranger in the new Lone Ranger movie, which I'm really excited for. The trailer looks awesome. Plus, I think he could pull off that authority king type essence that Aquaman would need to have, as he's the king of Atlantis. He also has that long swimmer type body that anyone playing Aquaman would need to have. So, pretty much, all I gotta do is put some scruff on his face, and boom, instant Aquaman. People who follow me on Twitter or follow our Variant Facebook page already know who I would cast as Wonder Woman, and that would be no other than Miss Kate Beckinsale. Kate Beckinsale, in my opinion, is one of the better female, tough, yet pretty ladies of Hollywood. She was freaking awesome in the Underworld films. I just love those movies, and there's actually a Photoshop picture of her as Wonder Woman that I showed a couple episodes ago, which completely sold me on her being Wonder Woman. I mean, she looks spot on. Some people are probably like, Wonder Woman needs to be bigger or taller, but they can easily be fixed with camera angles. I mean, they did that for Tom Hardy's role as Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. Plus, if you read the comics, they draw Wonder Woman super sexy, so it's not like she's supposed to be this jacked, huge woman on steroids. She's supposed to be a beautiful woman who can hold her own with her current boy toy, Superman, which, side note, I'm really digging them having a thing now in the comics. It's just really fitting. It makes for some really good stories and contrast within them. For the part of Martian Manhunter, I think Idris Elba would be perfect. First of all, he's huge, like Martian Manhunter needs to be, but also I think he'd be able to pull off and have that calm intellectualness Martian Manhunter needs to have. As Martian Manhunter is a bamf, but still cool, calm, and collective at the same time. His voice is also perfect for the role. He has that authoritative yet epic voice where you believe what he's saying is facts. His accent is perfect, and as we all know from the cartoons, he always has some sort of little accent. And finally, who I would cast as Batman would be Michael Fassbender. Now, I know a lot of people would like Christian Bale to reprise his role once again, but personally, I want something fresh and someone else's take on Batman. Don't get me wrong, I love the Nolan Batman trilogy, but I think we could all agree Bale's Batman voice is a little much. Just rope it in, just a little bit. Michael Fassbender, however, I think would be perfect for the Batman persona. He he definitely would be able to pull off that BA-ness Bruce Wayne will need once he puts on the cape and cowl. He's definitely got the acting chops and just seems like he has that sternness the character would need, not taking any crap and giving orders. He also looks quite dapper when he put on a suit and look like a businessman, which means he'd be an awesome Bruce Wayne. Given he's already playing Magneto in the X-Men movie franchise, but who cares? I mean, Chris Evans was Human Torch before he played Captain America, and that worked out great, so that really doesn't matter. So pretty much all he would have to do is bulk up a little bit, just add some more meat to those bones, and I think we'd have one awesome Batman. Join modding wizard Ben Heck and friends as they build and modify a host of amazing community-inspired creations. Be sure to watch new episodes of The Ben Heck Show each week right here at revision3.com/TBHS. In the latest episode of The Ben Heck Show, Ben works on a slot-loading Nintendo game system. Don't forget to go to element14.com/TBHS to find out how you can enter to win the latest builds from The Ben Heck Show. First up for Wednesday the 27th, we have Talon issue 5. In this issue, Talon versus Felix Harmon, aka the Gotham Ripper, and the Talon secret hideout is in danger, and so are the people in it. Next, we have Batman The Dark Knight issue 17. Ethan Van Sciver's first storyline as a regular artist continues as the gory details of the Mad Hatter's past are revealed. With the Mad Hatter kidnapping citizens all over Gotham City, not even Batman can figure out what he's after. Now we have Uncanny X-Men issue 2. I'm a big fan of the all-new X-Men title, and if you are too, you should definitely check out this title. And in this issue, there's a mole on Cyclops' team, but who is it? Here we have the Uncanny Skull Kickers issue 1. This is the perfect jumping on point for new readers, as this is a spin-off of the comic simply called Skull Kickers. I've talked about this title before. It's about two hard-headed mercenaries who kill monsters and cause havoc in search for money, fame, and adventure. Here we have the Alpha Girl trade paperback. This is one of my favorite miniseries from last year, and it comes from the creative minds of Jean-Paul Bonjour and Jeff Roning. And now you can pick the whole series up in one foul swoop. Definitely a must-read for any fans of horror, comedy, gore. And finally, we have Guardians of the Galaxy issue 0.1. Guardians of the Galaxy is getting its own book, which is no doubt to get fans excited for the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So, if you want to get familiar with the team in preparation for the movie, this is the perfect time. Well, friends, that is it for today, but you can keep up with me and the show throughout the week by following me on Twitter at twitter.com/Arris_Quinones or by liking our Variant Facebook page. We actually post some exclusive pictures and polls and whatnot on our Variant Facebook page throughout the week. So if you want to be a part of that, you know what to do. I also want to know who you guys would cast as the roles of the Justice League, so you can leave your comments down below or at any of the links I just mentioned. But that is it, and I will see you next week when I put the Avengers up against the Justice League. Boom. Off the cuff. That's kind of horrible. Episodes ago. You think? You think so? I think I liked it.